So I was just talking to Johnny Millennium over at Happy Console Gamer, and he told me about this new app on my iPhone. I'm gonna check this out. It's called the Gamester81 app. Check this out.
Oh, Jesus. What's going on,
John, what's happening, man?
How you doing, dude?
Yeah, doing good.
Great.
How you doing?
Great to be here, man.
Good to have you.
Thanks.
So John, what's up? What you been playing, man?
Oh, I've been playing a lot of like old school retro games, like the Vectrex.
Vectrex is awesome. I love the Vectrex, man.
Yeah.
My controller's busted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the analog stick, like it'll reset when I move left and right. But when I go up and down, it doesn't reset. So I'm playing like Scramble or something like that. My jet just keeps flying up.
I'm sure you can find one fairly cheap though, huh?
Yeah. I looked on eBay, and like some of them were like outrageous for the controller alone because they think they have the market cornered on controllers.
Yeah.
But it's just cheaper to buy a whole new Vectrex than it is some of those controllers you see on eBay.
Huh. Did you see? I don't know if you know a Recycled Gamer, but he does a Nintendo, Super Nintendo cart like controllers into.
Yeah. You had a video on that.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. We can do that.
I'll have to check that out. Yeah.
Too. That's cool. How about you, man? What have you been playing?
I'm playing a lot of GoldenEye on the Wii.
Yeah, I've been playing that too.
Yeah. Oh man, you know it doesn't. Obviously, like the original came at a time when like it was just a perfect storm to like really reinvent the first-person shooter. So obviously, this new GoldenEye, it's not going to reinvent the first-person shooter, but it's still a lot of fun. It's still a really solid.
It's kind of like if you were to take the old school GoldenEye and then have that hook up with like Call of Duty.
That's exactly what it is.
And then like. That's their kind of that's their baby right there.
Yep, exactly. Right there, so it's a little bit modern, but it's also a little bit retro at the same time.
Right.
So it works out really well.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's a great game. I've been playing that a lot too. I've been playing the new NBA Jam for the Wii. Have you played that?
I haven't tried that yet. I really want to try that out.
Yeah,
it looks like a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Steph2Dev, she actually did a review for it on the Tvandlust website.
Cool.
And she really enjoyed it. She really got a kick out of it.
So speaking of website, tell us about your channel, your YouTube channel.
Oh yeah,
and tell us about your website and your podcast.
So my YouTube channel is Tvandlust, and the website is tvandlust.net, and we have a podcast. We're on iTunes. You can search us up, Tvandlust, and it's just all video games of all kinds. Just we like a little bit of everything: first-person shooters, action games, retro games, modern games, handhelds, everything. So we talk about that. We review those. We review modern games, retro games, a little bit of everything. It's I hate to pat myself on the back, but it's a pretty cool site, I think.
Yeah, it's cool. That's cool.
Pretty cool.
Things going well for it, sounds like, too, huh?
Yeah, we're trying to get our foot in the door with PR people.
Yeah.
But it's tough. It's maze-like talking to those people. It's like a second job, you know?
I'll put a link below so people can check it out.
Oh, thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell some of my viewers that may not be familiar with your channel, tell them a little bit about what Gamester81 does.
Well, if you guys like Barbie and My Little Pony... No, it's joking. I review a lot of like retro systems and kind of rare, obscure consoles and games and stuff like that. So, I've been doing it for a year and a half, and I had a lot of fun doing it. Met a lot of cool friends here on YouTube, which is cool.
That's the best part of YouTube, I think, is community.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like this is the first time we've met in person, but I feel like we've like known each other for a while.
Exactly. So yeah. I think you have a phenomenal amount of subscribers now, but. Yeah. I was like you're like 86 subscribers something. Yeah. I was on there because I think what was your first video? It was something to do with the Nintendo 64, like the DD and some other add-on, like TriStar. I think it was
TriStar, yeah.
And that was like I think it was your first video, and I saw that I'm like this guy knows everything. I have to subscribe to this guy.
And, it's fun. The earlier videos of mine I can't even stand to watch. To be honest.
Well, same thing with me. Because, you just learn as you go when it comes to this stuff. You learn
as you go, and I'm still learning, I'm still trying to evolve, and I know you are too, and we all are, and,
Just got to try to please everybody.
Yeah, so what are the channels you like to watch here on YouTube?
I like yours. FinGamer is another favorite of mine.
Yeah.
I love FinGamer. Pete Dorr, Happy Console Gamer. Yeah. The usual suspects. A lot of good people. Steph2Dev. Just so many that I can't think of off the top of my head. But there's a lot of good people here.
There are a lot of great people here on YouTube.
Yeah,
it's a really tight knit community. It's been a lot of fun.
Exactly. What about you? Do you have any personal favorites?
Yeah, definitely. I like Dinky Dana a lot.
Dinky Dana's awesome.
Vintage Video Game Geek, Chipsters.
James is awesome. James is a fantastic guy.
Yeah. So Steve Benway.
Oh, Steve! I love his videos where like they're not even really reviews. He just fires up the game and he just talks about it, just off the cuff, whatever he feels like at that moment. It's really awesome.
So you're going to PAX East coming up, right?
Yes. I went last year, the first PAX East, and that was a lot of fun. But I think the organizers really underestimated how many people wanted to go to something like that, so it was packed. But I'm super psyched to go.
Is there anything particularly you're looking forward to going? I'll probably be going as well, which I'm excited about. So.
Well, you're going. Steph2Dev is going. Another YouTuber by the name of Stormcloud Range, she's going.
Cool.
I think, I'd heard that maybe Dinky Dana was thinking about going, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think Pete might be going too.
Pete might be going?
Might be going, yeah.
So that's cool. There'll be plenty of us there,
Yeah, it'd be cool. A little powwow.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome,
some videos and stuff. Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
For sure, it'd be cool. Anything you're looking forward to seeing there? Or I'd like to see the 3DS in person.
I hope that, well, you know what? Nintendo had a very small booth at the first PAX East. Now, you've been to PAX Prime.
Right. And they had no mention of 3DS at all.
None. But how big was Nintendo's presence?
They had a pretty good presence. I mean, they had like huge Epic Mickey thing that was up, and they had, with the Mario or Metroid, the new Metroid games coming out, and they had a whole bunch of NBA Jam I played on there, and they had Donkey Kong Country I played. I mean, they had a whole bunch of.
That's crazy. Yeah. They had like Heart Gold and Soul Silver when I went. Like that's really? they had nothing. They had this. I mean, it was such a small area.
Huh. Well, I think this year there'll probably be better presence.
Right, I think it was just dipping their toes in the water, see how it would perform here on the East Coast.
Right.
And now they know it's going to be a big turnout. They might have some cooler stuff.
Yeah, for sure. So tell my viewers about your channel, kind of what kind of stuff you review on your channel.
Oh, well, I mean, I try to review a little bit of everything, modern and retro, and I try to keep it a little bit different. Not just the Call of Duties or the God of Wars of the world.
Right.
Just try to dive in a little bit different. Try to hopefully show people something that, that's a little bit different. What else is out there?
Yeah.
I also do some reviews of the systems.
Uh-huh. You got an impressive collection, man. From ColecoVision, Atari to you got the boxes too, which is cool.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Coming from you, that really means a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I try to do some reviews of systems as well, and unboxing, just a little bit of everything. I try to have a little bit of variety on my channel.
Right on.
Keep everyone.
What's your favorite system?
What is the Dreamcast?
Nice.
It was upstairs in the closet in the game room, but I actually have a brand new, never been opened Dreamcast, 2 brand new, never been open controllers, and 4 brand new, never been open memory cards. And I do that. That is my break in case of emergency, like Dreamcast.
It's your backup.
That's my backup because I cannot go without a Dreamcast. It would be nuts. I can't do it.
It's like your ration, so if a natural disaster were to happen, you at least have your Dreamcast. You
Exactly.
Have backup food storage, but you have your Dreamcast.
Exactly. What about you? What is your favorite system of all time? Because you have so much. He has stuff I've never like Zavix port and Super 8-can. Like watching your channel.
I think the Super 8-can's gotta be my favorite. No.
A good old child.
Yeah. No, I don't know. My favorite, I think retro-wise, probably the ColecoVision, and probably I guess that's like way retro, right? And then if you're going to probably Nintendo Entertainment Systems, probably up there.
Yeah.
Dreamcast is definitely up there. I like Super Nintendo. There's so many that are so many good systems that I like. There aren't many systems I don't like.
Yeah, me. I think I think a lot of modern gamers sort of turn their nose up at a lot of things.
Right.
But I think almost any system you can think of has something to offer. I mean, even something obscure like the Samsung Nuon has Tempest 3000 on it.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, almost any system you can think of definitely has.
Every system has at least 1 or 2 titles at least worth getting.
Absolutely.
The Virtual Boy, for example, has a couple good titles: Mario Clash and Wario Land, Wario World.
Teller Boxer is one of my favorite on that system.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
that's good. What was the one that Star Fox came with? Remember?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it was all wireframes.
It was
See, that would have been a cool game if there was some texture on it, but you can't see anything you're doing because everything is wireframes.
It's all wireframes, yeah.
Oh man, I can't think of that off the top of my head.
But I know we were talking about today about 3DS, how they're coming out with the Game Boy Virtual Console. It'd be cool if they had Virtual Boy. I think that would look really cool on the 3DS.
Yeah. And you know what? It would be kind of cool if they actually remade those and gave them a little more, like an overhaul instead of just black and red.
Right.
Because actually, I read that they could have theoretically done color on the Virtual Boy, but LEDs, color LEDs at that time, were just so expensive that they had to go with the red.
I think the problem with the Virtual Boy is probably way ahead of its time, and people didn't appreciate it.
In many ways, it was. Yeah.
I think people are more appreciating the Virtual Boy now than they ever did.
Back then. Yeah, exactly. I think that could be said for a lot of systems. I think a lot of collectors like us, when they look back at something like the 32X or something like that, you can see merit in the 32X. Maybe not at that point when you were asked to pay $150 or whatever for something like that. But definitely from this standpoint now, it's.
But there's some great games for the 32X.
Absolutely, yeah.
Virtual Fighter was a great port, like Star Wars Arcade. Obviously, I'm a little biased when it comes to Star Wars stuff, but.
But even that port of Doom wasn't too bad.
Yeah, port of Doom wasn't bad. There's some good. I think NBA Jam made a port, didn't it? NBA Jam TE.
I think you're right. Yep, I think there was an NBA Jam on there. So there's definitely some worthwhile games on 32X.
Definitely worthwhile games.
Knuckles Chaotix is a really good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
That is a good one. So
I mean, there's a lot of bad ones as well.
right.
But
that can be said about any system.
I think the reason for the 32X failure, I think, is mainly because of Sega's mark. You know, Sega America didn't really work with Sega Japan. There was a disconnect there, and Saturn was released, and that was just kind of that was really unfortunate. Because that could have been a really cool, like, especially for like arcade ports. Like, especially if you're like an arcade person, that could have been a very cool machine for arcade ports. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I really like the 3DO. I think the 3DO was a brand. I noticed you had a... Oh,
me too, man.
3DO. I noticed that. Yeah.
I almost blind bought... Basically, I blind bought that 3DO. I had no idea what I mean, I knew what it was, but I never played a 3DO game in my life. And I saw it at my local shop, the Toy Vault. And they had it. I haggled with them. I talked them down a little bit. I got that 3DO, and I brought it home. It's actually one of my favorite retro systems.
It is a really good system.
And I really think that system was ahead of its time, because that was trying to be... I mean, you look at the 360 and the PS3, and those are multimedia machines. And that's what the 3DO was trying to do. Unfortunately, that was at a time when most people had VCRs and cassette tapes.
Right.
So multimedia machines made no sense in that era.
Right.
But the idea was really ahead of its time.
Yeah. And the fact that it was like, what, $700 when it came out?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that didn't help either.
That didn't help either. Oh, man. Neo Geo is one of my favorite systems, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've never played... I've played an MVS, like I played the arcades. Never played a Neo Geo home machine. I got to get one of those. Yeah. I really have to get a Neo Geo.
You should pick one up. Yeah, get a lot. You can get games fairly cheap too. Like, you know, there's some games that sell for hundreds of dollars. So you gotta kind of
right.
You know, it just depends on the game.
Yeah.
It's classic for sure.
That is cool.
You have a Pocket?
Do I have a what?
A Neo Geo Pocket.
I do have a Neo Geo Pocket.
Yeah, because that will work with the Dreamcast.
Yep, those connect. Actually. I really like the Neo. I'm a big handheld fan.
Okay.
I don't know if your viewers know this or my viewers know.
Got the sling right.
Yeah, I got my exactly. These are just hanging around all the time. I love handheld machines. I have a Microvision. It's the very first handheld machine with interchangeable cartridges.
Nice.
I'm a big handheld fan. Yeah. And I love the Neo Geo Pocket. I think it's a really cool machine. I love the little thumbstick. That clicky thumbstick it has.
Yeah. That's Neo Geo. SNK did great jobs with like the controllers and joysticks and stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, that works. Because I was really hesitant at first. I'm like, how, because like I prefer D-pads with my 2D games.
Right.
So I was really apprehensive about that joystick, but that works really well.
Yeah, it works well. Yeah, for sure. Have you played a Gizmondo?
I have not. Like that, I really want to get one of those.
Yeah.
And Tapwave Zodiac.
Tapwave Zodiac, yeah.
That's another one I want to get.
I have Duke Nukem 3D on that thing.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's pretty.
How well does that run on there?
Pretty well.
Does it really?
Pretty well.
I have to check that out.
One of my earlier videos, I did some gameplay on that. I did a review.
I'll have to go back and check that out.
I'm going to probably do another follow-up video soon. But yeah, it's a pretty cool system.
That is cool.
And not many people will really know, because it's kind of like a Palm Pilot. People don't really. It's like a second-hand thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a gaming machine. It's kind of like the iPhone, like this, like people.
Really? Like, yeah. It was a Palm Pilot that happened to have a real strong focus on gaming.
Right.
Yeah. I have Duke Nukem 3D on the GameCom, which I'm sure doesn't run nearly as well.
Okay. Which GameCom do you have? Like the big one?
I have the big one. Yeah. I got that. I was so excited to get the GameCom.
Yeah.
I begged my parents to get that for me for Christmas one year, and I got that the Christmas it came out, and. That's my ferret. But he's rattling his cage. He wants to get out.
He wants a GameCom. He wants to check it out.
He wants to play the GameCom. But I was so excited to get that. And I want to be clear. The GameCom hardware, most of it was really ahead of its time.
It was, yeah.
It's really the screen. The screen had that bad ghosting effect.
Yeah, it was a Tiger system, and you're actually pronouncing it correctly. A lot of people say Game.com.
Yeah,
it's a GameCom.
It's GameCom, exactly.
A lot of people who look at it like, oh, Game. No, it's actually a GameCom. So you know your stuff. And it's a great. I mean, it was kind of like a Game Boy, and there was some ghosting. They did fix it in Model 2. There wasn't as bad. And they had a light lit backlit thing too. Which is cool. But yeah.
But they had some really cool ideas in that system.
Yeah.
But as a handheld aficionado, I appreciate the stuff that the Gamecom brought to the market. Unfortunately, it just didn't really have the software to back it up.
All right, for sure. So what's to come on both your site, your podcast, your YouTube channel? What's to come?
Well, we're just always looking for bigger and better baby steps to get there, because I like to make sure I know what I'm doing before I do it. But we're just looking forward to more reviews, and that's going to be like Donkey Kong Country Returns, Epic Mickey, Sonic Colors, a lot of good stuff coming up. We got some taking a look at videos for hardware like the Nokia N-Gage and Pokemon Mini.
I saw you had one up there.
Yeah. So
that's more like a PS1 graphics kind of style, wasn't it? I mean, it's a pretty good system.
The N-Gage. The only bad thing I like about the N-Gage, it was the vertical screen. The screen is aligned vertically.
And the first model, they call it like the taco kind of.
Because you talked in it like this. I think Nokia tried to market it as like side talking, and like no one's like, nah, I'm not buying that.
The
shit.
QD is a much better QD, which is the second
is.
version, is a much
Yeah.
better version. That's not the one you have.
I have the QD,
Yeah.
and the QD is nice because the buttons are improved.
Yeah.
And you can, on the original model, you had to remove the back cover, remove the battery, and then put in the game that way.
Right.
But the QD, you can actually just pop in the game
Yeah.
on the side, so it's really handy.
Yeah. I remember when those first came out. They were cool.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a really novel idea, but
Yeah.
I mean, who wants to be like locked into a contract for the video game system? You know,
Because I have a Sonic game on that thing.
Mhm.
And I have, I'm trying to think what other games I have for it. But there's some pretty
it's
good.
like Tony Hawk and
They have
stuff.
like impressive third-party support for the handheld.
They,
Like,
yeah, really, no
like-
kidding. Like the first Call
Call
of
of
Duty,
Duty, yeah.
came out on that. That was really,
Yeah,
really cool. And
yeah.
there's an Elder Scrolls game on there as well.
I have Elder Scrolls. Yeah.
They got like Nokia got a lot of
They had
support
Tomb
on that thing.
Raider and like
Yep.
yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
So, cool.
What about you? What are we looking forward to on the Gamester81? Actually, how about all your channels? We got Gamester81, Nostalgiaholic, and Starwarsnut77. What are we looking forward to on these channels?
Well, I think Gamester81 channel, definitely more console reviews and video game reviews, more obscure stuff. My Star Wars Net77, I've got a ton of Star Wars. I got my Star Wars collection is actually bigger than my gaming collection. People don't believe me on that one. It is, and so I got a lot more Star Wars items to review. And then my Nostalgiaholic video channel, I do a lot of stuff like growing up, like childhood memories and stuff. So
That's a great channel.
Yeah.
Because see, unfortunately, I don't have anything from when I was a kid anymore. And it's great just going back through that stuff through your videos. That's actually a really awesome channel.
Couple videos in the kind of pipeline for that channel are I'm going to do a review of Oregon Trail for the Apple IIc.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, because I know a lot of us like around our
Yeah,
age,
man,
like
it's classic.
I got Light Bright. Remember the Light Bright?
Yeah, I remember Light Bright, man.
Gonna do a review on the Light Bright, kind of throw back. So the whole thing is just nostalgic. Hence the whole Nostalgiaholic.
Yeah,
So
I'll actually have links to those in the video description below if you guys want to check.
and I have a fourth channel too, Games81 Arcade.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes.
So that's just more arcades, just purely over arcade.
Now is
games.
that all MAME? Are you doing those?
I have a couple arcades. I do I have a cabinet with 100 games in one. I do stuff on that, and then I have a Neo Geo NBS.
Okay.
So I do a lot of Neo Geo stuff on that. So cool.
And you have a cocktail table too, don't you?
I do have a cocktail kit.
What is your cocktail table?
Where?
What is it? What do you have on there?
There's like 39 games in one. So I got
Oh,
all
really?
the Pac-Mans and all the like
wow.
Donkey Kongs.
That
and
is awesome.
All the classic Galaga and Dig Dug and all the classic stuff like that.
Cocktail tables are awesome because they look classy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you can put them anywhere in your home and they just look nice.
You know why they call them cocktail tables, right?
Well, because they're in bars. Is that?
Yeah, you put them in bars and
Yeah.
you put your cocktail.
Yeah, because you can put your drinks right on there while you play.
Yeah,
so.
the classic. That's like the first thing I ever bought is an arcade. Because when I was growing up, like I want one for the gamer. It's awesome to have for the gamer. So it's cool. Yeah. So Craig, can you beam me back? It was great talking to you and stuff.
It was really great talking to you. But John, I'm sorry. This app only goes one way.
You haven't fixed it yet.
They haven't fixed it yet. Wait for an update on this.
Okay.
So until then, you crash on the couch.
All right.
We'll play some games.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks. It's fun, man.
It's good. Yeah.